So I think that we will call the May meeting of the Merrimack Valley School Board to order. Can I have a roll call, please? Here.
Melissa Muzzy. Here. Sally Hirsch Dickinson.
She is absent today.
Peggy Jones Blanchard. Here. Jessica Wheeler Russell.
Here.
Laura Vincent.
Here.
Eric Hansen. Here. Daniel York.
He is absent today.
Owen Harrington.
Here.
Lauren Martin.
Here.
Julie Jones.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can we have Kelly George, please, do the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Minutes of the previous meeting. Anybody motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of the previous meeting.
Thank you. Thank you. Any corrections? Anybody
No.
have anything?
Is that Owen or Eric?
I'm sorry, it was Eric. I should have said something. Yep. Oh, Jessica Wheeler Russell.
Did I miss my own name?
Yep.
Look at me go.
Anything else? Okay, all those in favor of accepting the minutes as corrected, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Thank you. Good news was in the packet. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the finance report. I skipped. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? No, I didn't miss that. I missed the public comment and then the finance report. Public comment, anybody? Anybody? Okay, now you can do the finance report. I'm really sorry.
That's okay. In this month's packet, you'll find the finance report for May 2024. It's through April 30th. You'll see we have the same overages throughout the different functions, mostly in special ed and facilities and maintenance and grounds. So not many changes from last year. We did shut most of the spending down mid-March, so that's what we got for this month.
Any questions for Hillary?
Just accept it.
Can I have a motion to accept the finance report, please?
So moved. Second.
Thank you. Jessica and, yeah, Laura. All those in favor of the finance report, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. What? Good news?
As always, we have plenty of good news in the packet for you to peruse. And we have a kindergarten boot camp chat from the folks at PES. So I'm going to introduce Jen and Kelly and let them give you a little spiel.
What do we got? Online. Oh, yeah, of course. Maybe. Is that the non-public one?
This is not karaoke. This is just.
All right. Well, I won't perform karaoke then. I'm pretty good at that, just as a side note. I'm Kelly George. I'm the assistant principal at Pennacook Elementary School. This is Mrs. Moore, the principal. I'm also the Title I LEA for the district. And tonight we're talking about kindergarten boot camp. Kindergarten boot camp is something that we started in Pennacook in the summer of 2022 under Title I. And it's unique to Pennacook Elementary. It's the only elementary school in the district that has the boot camp run. And we've had just a really great response and participation from our school community. We, have the first summer we opened it, 95% of our incoming kindergartners joined the program. The following year, last summer, we had 98% of our kindergartners participate. So we've just found a lot of success, and we wanted to highlight that tonight. So what is it? So Kindergarten Boot Camp is a transitional program for our youngest learners to really get their feet wet at being a student. I know that sounds kind of ridiculous, but I was a kindergarten teacher for 15 plus years, and the amount of planning and preparation that goes into teaching our youngest learners how to get in a line, wash their hands, get their lunch. I mean, you have no voice at the end of that week because of how much you're reiterating and modeling. And so giving them a jump start really just helped them be ready to come to the full week of school after the boot camp. So it's a 3 half-day program where they practice those routines and procedures, and they get to ride the bus and just participate in school, as kindergartners before they become the big kindergartners. So when Mrs. Moore and I were discussing the benefits of boot camp, they really fit into 3 different categories: our comfortability, the focused attention we could give them, and family engagement. So she's going to talk about the comfortability, which we practiced saying multiple times before this presentation.
I'm going to avoid saying it because it wasn't working. So thank you. I just wanted to echo what Kelly said, and the importance of boot camp is really all about transitions for us. I know it has been a focus of the boards. Transitions from elementary school into middle school into high school. Well, this is our first transition for kids moving from whatever happened before elementary school. It's really getting them into the building, into learning the routines and procedures that go along with it. And our students have really enjoyed being able to be in the building without anybody else. It's their school. They get to walk the halls. We get to teach them how to do that. They need to walk on the right hand side of the hallway. They get to see the cafeteria, the music room. They get to go all around the school. The teachers make it really engaging. Pete the cat was hidden throughout the school last summer, and so they had to find Pete the cat. And just really an opportunity to make connections with their classmates, and to ease into the school day. A full day, the first day of school for kindergartners, they go home, they're like on the floor. They are so tired, exhausted. This gives us just an opportunity to give them 3 days of, 2.5 hours where they're able to experience it. And really what we see and what we have seen in the last couple of years is that kids are coming in really timid and anxious on the first day. And by the time they leave on the 3rd day, they are like walking in like rock stars. They know everything. They know where everything is. They tell their parents. And it's really been a very awesome experience.
Yes, I can echo the rock star thing. I think that the kids, the first day, there's a lot of trepidation and separation. And then by day 3, they're like high-fiving their parent, most of them coming in the door. And it's just quite a transformation. Another huge benefit of the boot camp is focused attention. The kindergartners have the whole entire elementary school to themselves. There's 50 of them or so in our building, and they get the run of the show. So they're not intimidated by the bigger kids in the hall and such, and they can learn about where everything is in our school. And a huge part of that attention is that we have the whole team who works with our kindergarten population there during boot camp. We have our counselor, our social worker, our special education case manager, our nurse, Jen and I. And it's in the paraprofessionals that may be working in that classroom. So we have eyes on these kids, and so we can really see the needs of the classrooms and put supports into place before the actual school year starts. The first year we did this, it was so beneficial because, obviously without speaking of specific students, we just had some students that we didn't know had needs that we needed to fulfill. And so we were able to then meet after boot camp, because it was a half a day, and kind of talk about those students and how we were going to best support them when they came to a full school day. And I really feel it helped those students have a better school year.
Family engagement, I think, for me, is the most important part of this boot camp. Obviously, we set it up for kids and to make sure that they're feeling safe and successful in the program. But really, it's our first opportunity to make connections with families. And before boot camp, we would have parents, we would have communicated information to parents, but without actually being in the school and living the routines and procedures, parents don't necessarily understand parent drop-off or parent pickup. They don't understand that they can't just come into the building and walk their child to class because we have all of our safety procedures in place. And so we were getting started off on the wrong foot with some parents because we were having to have these conversations with them, and it was really uncomfortable, and it was really hard to have those. And we did not want to start off the school year with that type of relationship, or trying to, mend bridges, before we even had a chance to get those off the ground. So family engagement has been huge. Families feel very supported. They have the opportunity to be able to meet with each of us. They can talk to us about their child, any concerns that they may have with them. We can teach them what it looks like to be at parent drop-off, so that they're not, in a line of 200 cars, people honking. Because if you do not know the routine and somebody is breaking the rules, people are going to let you know that. And so we want them to feel successful on the first day of school. We don't want people honking their horn and saying what's going on. So it just gives us an opportunity to really, make those connections with our families. It also, that whole separation anxiety is more, kids have a hard time separating from their parents, but parents have a harder time separating from their kids. And 9 times out of 10, it's more the parent that we're trying to really support through we're like, okay, just say goodbye. It'll be okay. We have them. But they can do that. They can have those struggles with, we have the whole team there to help them, support them through that. So they can do it without feeling the pressure of like 100 people around them. And it has just been very, very, it's just been very successful. So.
Yeah, and with having only the kindergartners in there, it's easy for us to follow up with a phone call saying your baby is okay, which they really appreciate. Parent feedback. So I send a survey out at the end of boot camp, and this is from last year. So just asked about our communication from bad to excellent, and 100% felt we were excellent. Thank you very much. We work hard at that, calling parents to answer questions and such. If they could do it over again, would they? 100% said yes. And then I had them check off the different things that their student had an opportunity to partake in during the boot camp. And so they all got to see their classroom, learn the routines and of the classroom, cafeteria, and playground. And 67% said ride the bus, but they all did get to ride the bus because we had Mr. Fredette come over and do a neighborhood drive, which was like the highlight of their lives. They love it. And then chance to meet new friends, 78%. And then we, on the survey, I gave a spot for them to be able to give feedback to us. So Mrs. Moore, is this me or you?
So we're just going to read a couple of them. Our daughter thrives on routine, and knowing her new routine before the first day of school helped that transition, especially as she only attended preschool 2 days a week. She loved making friends beforehand, and it helped with her first day nerves. She was just so excited to start.
Great opportunity helps build confidence. Transitions are difficult for our little one, and this was a huge help. He felt comfortable and not so overwhelmed by the large amount of people when school officially began.
My child had anxiety problems. This program offered a very safe and low-pressure trial run of starting school that really helped with him with the transition into school. I'm very appreciative of this program, and I hope more parents have the opportunity to take advantage of this program and those like it.
My son is on the autism spectrum, and this boot camp was amazing for him to start learning the routines and getting familiar with the classroom. And then you get to hear from our kids. All right.
Kindergarten boot camp was actually really fun, and because I got to learn like kind of a lot of stuff in kindergarten boot camp, and like we got to like do a lot of really fun stuff. And I was a little bit sad we only had 3 days of kindergarten boot camp. Our parents checked out our classroom.
And what did you show them?
My desk and my cubby.
Cool.
I think it was fun coming to my new school for the first time.
Yeah.
I loved it that we went a lot of places, and it was super fun that we were running around.
Okay.
Went to the gym, and we went to go and play in there and read books. Yeah, we got to have cookies when we're done because we found Pizza Cat and he was on the shelf. I get to meet the class.
You got to meet the class.
Yeah, and I get to meet I got to meet the kids.
Jacoby, what was the best thing about kindergarten boot camp?
Riding the bus and meeting new friends.
Good.
And then somebody, we were twinsies because we had the same eye color and the same skin.
Would you give kindergarten boot camp a thumbs up?
Pretty much like a middle thumbs up.
A middle thumbs up? Why?
Because it's pretty bad in here. But I just liked them because it was actually thumbs up.
Psych.
So thank you very much. If there are any questions, we'd be happy to answer any questions you have.
Was your survey like sent via email to the parents after the camp?
Yeah.
Do you have we're always looking for more data, and I noticed your sample size was small.
Oh, yes.
And you have the plans for how you can gather more data from parents and get their feedback, because it sounded like you had a large percentage of your kindergartners attend.
Right. No. Yes.
Yes, so I think the Title I team has been really good about calling and following up via the phone. Like, that's how we've gotten more feedback, or just informal at our events. But the surveys are always hard, and I actually thought that was kind of good for what I normally get. So I was feeling good about that, but it is a small percentage, and Jen and I talked about that too,
I was
so.
gonna say, my dad's always looking at parent involvement too, so I'm
Yes,
always curious
it's-
as to how people work to get more parents involved.
So one of the ways we do that for our events, though, is the Title I team gets dressed up when we have an event, and they go out front and hand out invitations. So we just did an escape the room event with, it was all around the zoo theme, and they went out in their safari gear and handed out, and we had like over 200 people at that
Oh,
just
fantastic.
last week. So.
It was not meant as a criticism,
Oh, no,
I'm
that's
always
fine.
looking for ways to
That's,
get more
yeah,
people
that's a
involved.
definite, if anybody has the answer to that, I'd love to know. So.
Do you
for sure.
find that all your incoming kindergartens participate in this program?
So last summer, we had 98% of them.
So what do you do with the other 2% that don't come to the boot camp? What do you do for transitioning them into for the first couple of days?
They just transition like they would if they didn't have boot camp. They come the first day. And if they didn't come, it's typically like a vacation that's been pre-planned or something like that. And I always talk to the family. We reach out to every single family before the start. So I'll have a conversation about what it entails. And they would get to come in and tour the building and meet the teacher if they wanted to, and it could work out. But yeah, we don't, it's a one-shot deal. So if they're not available, that's it. So
When do you normally hold the camp? Is it like right before school starts?
it's the week before
Okay.
school starts. Yep. The 3 days before. Yep. All right, well, thank everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
So I am wondering if the board would be amenable to moving the non-public session to this time frame. Move it from the end of the agenda to right now, as we do have some parents that, would be nice if they didn't have to wait through the whole thing. Is there anybody who's willing to make a motion for that?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Jessica.
I'll second.
I mean,
Julia, got it.
Julia,
Sorry, it's usually me, so.
Jessica.
You moved my seat.
I know. What was that? Any discussion? All those in favor of moving the non-public to right now, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Excellent. So then we will have a roll call for going into non-public.
Tracy Berkey,
Yes.
Melissa Muzzy,
Yes.
Peggy Jules Blanchard,
Yes.
Jessica Wheeler Russell,
Yes.
Laura Vincent,
Yes.
Eric Hansen,
Yes.
Owen Harrington,
Yes.
Lauren Martin,
Yes.
Julia Jones.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, if you just wait out in the hallway. I'm having trouble with my words today.
Thank you.